Hello and welcome to Learn to Love Games, and this is a some recorded footage of Robocop Rogue City on the Xbox Series S. I'm at this point in the game. I recorded it. I think I was about 3 or 4 hours in. That would be a guess. And now I'm pretty much. I think I've completed it. In terms of, I've beaten what I'd assume is the main baddie, and if I've gone back to a point where I think I've got to tie up a few loose ends and then the game's over, so I thought this was a good time to talk about it. It's a first-person shooter, as you can see, with more RPG elements and in sort of dialogue options than I was expecting, and then there's skill trees as well, and the skill tree thing when I started it looked quite overwhelming, to the point where I thought, oh, how long is this game? And then about 8 hours in, I thought I was near the end, and I thought, okay, that's the sort of duration game I like to play, especially now that it's, I got it for $11.99 for these. I think it was for the special edition, but the normal edition was still $16.99 or something. So the special edition was a no-brainer, but even though I don't think it gave anything but a few skins or something. Yeah, for that price, I was hoping it was going to be a sort of 9-10 hour game. And the skill trees sort of looked more intimidating than that. And then near the end, sort of saying I was really enjoying it up until that point, but then it hits what I thought was the end point, where there was a few revelations and sort of something was signposted to be not a twist, but like there's something that's signposted in the game, and I was like, oh, okay, that's obvious. They're not going to continue this much longer because I know what this thing is. And then I think maybe it was because I wasn't so good at it, but it continued for another 3 hours, unnecessarily from my point of view. I felt like it has repeated enemies. Yeah, it repeats the enemy type. They introduce I think it's not a spoiler to say, a robot soldier into it at one point, and it's like, oh, okay, that's cool. And then you fight them again and again and again, and it's I guess it's a value proposition maybe, that when you release a game nowadays, you want to make people think they're getting their money's worth. But I bored. It might be too far, but I certainly got a bit. Yeah, I wanted to get to the end of it because I'd enjoyed my time with it. But for example, and this isn't a spoiler because you'd think that Ed 209, the other Robocop, the original Robocop, he's in it, and you fight him. Like I say, early on, about maybe 5-6 hours in, you fight him, and it's like, oh, okay. And it's a tough fight, and I thought, oh, okay. And then you fight him again nearer the end, and it's like, oh, okay, I get that. And then you fight him another time, even nearer the end, in a whole sequence where maybe this sequence was earlier in the game, I'd be like, oh, okay, that's a great. Yeah, you do a sequence where the city's under a lot of stress from villains, and you're wandering about, and then it's got different objectives to complete, like beat this gang or whatever, and you're walking in a sort of small open world, just doing bits and bobs as Robocop, and on the radio you get bumped, someone saying, oh, my video shop, it's under attack, and you go in the video shop. That's all a bit more on the fly, but then your missions are actually like beat this gang, do this, do that, and then there is also one looming, and it was just like, fight Ed 209 again. And I was just like, for me, it was just like, oh, like yeah, because the Ed 209 fight in this game, it isn't. It's just brute forcing him. I mean, to the point where you fight him, and he's got his. If you know the machine, he's got his gun turrets, and he obviously shooting at you with them. And you shoot them off, but he's still managing to shoot you with his machine gun, even though you've shot off his gun turrets. So it's not. It just feels like you're just pumping bullets into him, rather than Yeah, it doesn't. It's not the most intelligent of fights, and it's a shame because there's a lot to like about it. I like the early stuff, like this sort of stuff here, where it's like doing Robocop stuff, like you have to man the dispatch desk at some point and take the phone line and sort of say, oh, you make decisions, and then it's sort of saying, well, that isn't that's human. And so there is that element of it, and there's a whole sort of element where you're getting you're having psychiatric analysis as a robot, generally after you've completed one of the big missions, and it's like that sort of plays into a bigger narrative of, and near the end it sort of says, oh, you this is, your decisions have led to this. And there's another narrative with the mayoral race in, they call it Old Detroit, but I don't think in the original movies it was just Detroit, but there's something happening anyway. So there's the mayoral race in Detroit, and both candidates they want Robocop's endorsement, and you can make a decision on it, and I like that sort of stuff. And then at the end, the mayor gets elected, and I think what you decide to do actually leads into whatever mayor becomes mayor. I don't know why the one I went for, I don't know why you'd go for the other option, but some people might. But yeah, that element of it's great. It feels like it should have been maybe just cut down by 3 hours, which is too much of a good thing. And it's not too much of a good thing because it is like another type of enemy. There's like enemies on bikes, motorbikes, not just like BMXs, and they're a bit tougher to kill when they sort of loop you in a set path. And it's like the first time you fight them, it's like, okay, that's a bit of variation, and then you don't see them again, and then near the end they sort of appear, and it's just like, yeah, I know what I'm doing here, and but I'm being overly negative on a game that I was, very happy with, and it's definitely a game I've enjoyed. It gets the tone of Robocop better than any video game of Robocop, and probably better than anything since Robocop 2 that I've consumed, so to speak. Funnily enough, talking about Robocop 2, it's set just after Robocop 2. I don't know if it's just after it, and it references that game more. I was surprised about how much, because I didn't. The first Robocop movie is obviously a great movie. I didn't know how much reverence people had for the second movie, but whoever made this game, I should have looked that up, obviously have a lot of reverence for it, because the drug nuke is in it. Anyway, I'm not going to talk for much longer. I've talked about them. There's Ed209 there, yeah, so those are his turrets, if you don't know what he looks like. Oh, that was this is sort of what's the word for it? That's sort of showing. I don't know what, I can't remember the word for it, but yeah, those 3 Ed209s could well be the 3 Ed209s you fight in the end. But yeah, it is a good game, an interesting game. It just, that balance between certainly early on, I was like, oh, I'm not doing as much shooting as I was expected for a game like this, and there's a lot of talking and, you know, getting people to, I think you do a mission where you get someone to sign someone's card or something, and it was and I liked that, it was novel, but at times I was like, oh, I'd just like to shoot some stuff. And then at the end, it's almost like it forgets all of that other stuff. It goes, oh, okay, that's the outcome of all your decisions, and now just shoot some shit. And it just, that it doesn't, it's a fine line, and it just doesn't, for me, balance it perfectly. But yeah, these are cool. This sort of mission is like this SWAT team. You can kill the more of these bikers in here. And I'll say, this is the last thing I'll say. I like the levels. Like, this is a bank heist level, and there's a level in a prison, which is great fun. Yeah, in that sense, it does stretch the level variety quite well. But anyway, this is Robocop Rogue City on the Xbox Series S. Performance-wise, frame rate and stuff is absolutely fine. Graphically, like, I think it is. I don't know if playing on a better machine would improve. There's like things when NPCs are talking and stuff. Sometimes their lips can look stitched together and stuff, and I don't think that's necessarily a problem with the with playing it on Xbox Series S. Maybe just more playing it on I think maybe it's just it's a lower budget game, and at that point it shows. And that's not a problem, to be honest. It does some cool stuff. That was the last thing I was going to say, but yeah, it does some cool stuff with physics and blowing stuff up. Yeah, they are the 3-209s. Yeah, blowing stuff up like and yeah, there's one last thing on the skill tree. There's a thing where you can target bits of the environment, walls and stuff, and it will ricochet bullets into the back of someone's heads or something. And stuff like that. It's really cool. And yeah, physical. Like, you can pick up a bin, like a skip, and chuck it at someone on a motorbike, and when that works, it's like, yeah, this is it's a great game. But other times it's just too much of a good thing. But anyway, this is a conversation about Robocop Rogue City that is going to end. Again, if you've liked this, take a browse around our channel, and yeah, do subscribe or whatever. There's a lot of similar stuff. I mean, physically, look at that wall explode, that's nice. Not so nice blowing someone's head up. Okay, thank you very much. Goodbye.
There's an armored gate in lockdown mode in front of you. Find a way to get past it. Try finding the weakest spot in the wall around the gate and breach through that.
This stings like a bitch! Come on, boys. Let's finish out here and show them what it means to be a team player. Move it! Nice and we can't fall behind! Nice and push, push, push! Suspect is down! Stop that! Nice and steady! Push, push, push! Nice and steady to win this! I knew you were gonna lose. Our line of work is about the team, not the tank.
I've received information that the bank manager is held hostage in the vault.
Where exactly is it?
Find the manager's office, and we'll go from there. It's at the far end of the office area.
Your presence here is unauthorized.
So is depriving thousands of people of a roof over their heads. But OCP doesn't seem to mind that.
Explain.
Delta City. A heaven on earth that OCP plans to build in place of old Detroit? A city of the future where there is no crime or poverty. Do you believe the commercials?
I am working on the no crime part.
Then OCP may become the object of your attention soon. In order to create Delta City, OCP must first get rid of people who live in old Detroit. Now that's a topic I'd rather do a story on than you glitching. OCP offered these people investment in the project. The value of their property would cover the cost of entering the business. The later gains will far outweigh the cost, supposedly.
You do not believe that.
It's OCP. There must be a catch, and I think I found it. The documents say something about additional costs. I believe that's a loophole that OCP placed in order to scam people out of their homes.
That is only suspicion.
And I need time to prove that my suspicion is true. Time and some of these documents I found. If you detain me, the SWAT jerks will requisition them.
You can go, but if you continue to disobey the law, you will be detained.
Maybe I should have treated you more like a police officer than OCP's property. Anyway, the city owes you. And I owe you too.
I can see you've reached the manager's office. Great. Now look for a switch that unlocks the doors that lead to the vault. If I was a bank manager, I would probably ask for that switch to be installed somewhere around my desk. Now, take the doors behind the desk and turn left. The way to the vault should be open now.
I will not contribute to depriving my grateful employer of his hard-earned savings.
We're opening this vault with or without your help, you old nut job.
What? Robocop! I knew our founder would send his best.
We're not done yet.
Mr. Becker, you're still alive.
I only played dead so I didn't end up like you, with a bomb strapped to my body.
Robocop, you have to defuse it. The explosion could cause the company enormous losses.
I need the support of a combat engineer.
I saw that Orpheus kid playing puzzle games on his breaks. Ask him for help. I'll be watching you from a safe distance.
Officer Washington, I am looking at a ticking bomb.
A bomb? Okay, I'm passing you through to the bomb squad.
There is no time. I will need your help to defuse it.
Gosh, I mean, I'll do my best, but just give me a moment. First aid, kidnapping...
Are you looking for a bomb defusing chapter in the police manual?
Found it. First rule, call qualified personnel. Oh, no. Okay, tell me what you see.
Four connectors with different voltage.
What's the highest voltage?
24 volts. Four cables, green, 2 reds, and blue.
4 cables? Got it.
It is a C4 explosive and seems to be homemade.
Yeah, that's what I'd expect from the street vultures.
Cables lead to the fuse.
Does the fuse appear to be electronic?
Affirmative.
Okay. So they used this kind of bomb before. According to the diagram, you should detach 3 cables. Start from the one with the highest voltage, then proceed down one at a time to the one with the lowest voltage.
There are 2 different color 12-volt cables. Which one do I detach first?
Okay, maybe this isn't the time, but I'm colorblind.
I will have to improvise.
Just remember, detach the one with the highest voltage first, then proceed down to the lowest voltage.
It was just a minor incident. Ready to get back to business? 'Cause I need to make a withdrawal. Like, now.
Well, I should really check upstairs.
Nonsense. This is OCP. Money comes first. Now, open the vault.
There you go, sir.
Great. Now out of my way. What the hell is this? Where is all the money?
Our founder has most of our capital tied up in a very ambitious and resource-heavy project.
I can't believe old man's blowing all of OCP's money on Delta City.
Have some respect, young man.
Arnold's back with the money in the next. We're leaving.
You should be proud to work for such a great man.
At this rate, soon there might be no one left to work for him. See what I'm talking about?
Already?
I am in pursuit of the remaining fighters. I have followed them into a tunnel.
So that's how they must have gotten here in the first place. It seems they're retreating into the old industrial area. That must be where they've hidden their getaway vehicle. You gotta hurry. accessing the area, and is big enough to store their vehicle. It's your best bet to proceed there.
Roger that.
listening to this?
I am listening, Creep.
Robocop?
Why did Wendell Antonowski send you here? This was a suicide mission.
We no longer deal with that arrogant prick. We had an agreement. We held our end of it. And apparently it slipped his mind to pay us for our services. Well, that didn't sit well with us. So now we're out to get what we're owed.
The only thing you are owed is a prison cell.
Yeah, I don't think so. I'm a vulture. I need my space. I'll see you around, cop.
If you've enjoyed this or any other videos we've made on this channel, please like and subscribe. Thanks very much. Bye.